So, I'm gonna start from the top again since we got the camera on. Like I said, leaving the Virgin Islands was my introductory to the United States. When my I never got to meet my dad, until I became 21, like to remember him. But when I was in Virgin Islands, I remember before my mom left, my dad dropped me in a driveway, and it was a shitty driveway. Cut my eye. I had a scar on my eye for a while. But the only thing I remember of my father is he came to visit me when I was probably like 8 or 9 in Northern Ohio, and he cooked some dumplings, some chicken and dumplings. Man, it was awesome. And he bought me a bike. Yeah. And then that was in the 80s. And then I seen him again when I graduated from college. And went to islands. He couldn't walk. He was sick. You know what I'm saying? But he could swim his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't mentally all the way there because I had to make him leave the beach. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all he was good at. But then when we had to walk everywhere because he was damn near homeless. So I got there, you know what I'm saying? We kicked it with him for a weekend. I bought him some clothes, you know what I'm saying? He took me to where he lived at. But I thought he had a house or something. This nigga had like a shack on the end of a cliff. Like the ocean view was amazing, but it was like a long field, and he was at the end of it. He had a little spot. He wouldn't even let me go in it. He said, "Stay right there, I'll come back out." I was like, yo, I can't come in. Oh, nigga. And we looked a lot alike. He had I had cornrows at the time. He had cornrows at the time. He took me to all his little local eateries and said, "This is my son. He finally my son." He was so excited, right? But I had to make him leave the beach. When I was in St. Thomas, I got some bullshit weed. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to the rosters underneath the tent. They like, "Where you from?" I said Ohio. All they knew was Cincinnati. They gave me some old bullshit, dirt weed. It was crazy. Oh, and then I met a cousin over there that was fine in a motherfucker. I'm talking, boy, she was, oh my God, she lived by herself. She was bad to the motherfucker at that time. She was my cousin, and she ended up getting me some better weed, but I ended up getting so much weed, I had to give it away by the time I left. So, next topic is my single black mom. I think that's something everyone can relate to. You know, some experiences I had with her. I remember I was the only child, you know what I'm saying? And I had to play by myself a lot. So I was in the yard throwing the frisbee around in the backyard. You know, project houses is tough. And I threw the frisbee through our kitchen window. But my mom's on the other side of the kitchen window washing dishes. And all I seen was like her steam roll off her little, she had Jerry curl. Her shit was like steaming. And I looked at her through the window. She did me like this. I tiptoed in the house. I was scared as fuck. I knew she was about to kick my ass. I already knew it was a wrap. Because ass kicking was part of my upbringing. My mom played 0 games, bro, for real. So I go in the house, and we got this round kitchen table in our kitchen. You know how it's kind of like New York, but there was flats. There was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no stacks. It was flat. So we're in the kitchen. She said, "Bring your ass over here," and I'm doing the table like this, trying to. She's swiping at me. You know what I mean? So after we go around tables like 2 or 3 times, she dive over the table, and I bang my head against the counter, and now she choking me shit out and screaming at me, "Goddamn, who gonna fix this window? I ain't got no damn money for this window." And she took it out on my ass. And that's a lot of good stories about my mom. She was an awesome, awesome mother. There's nothing I didn't want for her. She sacrificed her whole life for my betterment. You know, being with my stepdad might not have been the place she wanted to be, but you know, she did it for the betterment of me. And I appreciate that. But another time to stick out with my mom, it's 2 other, I'm gonna tell you 2 more and I'll go to the next topic. I remember me and my homeboy Ryan, we at the jewelry counter with my mom. My mom loved jewelry and clothes and stuff. She was definitely like a fashionable woman for the times. and she looking at this jewelry, and the lady behind the counter is helping everyone else. And I said, "Ma, you might as well just take that." And before I got take that out, she had snatched my shit up. I'm dangling by my feet, and she was little, so I'm above her looking down on her, and I'm one of these, and she's just smacking my face like bow, bow, bow. And all I could thinking about is my homeboy over here. He cracking up. He talking about he in stitches. And I'm just like, I hate this motherfucking nigga. I wanted to kick his ass, but she got me good that day. And she got me good too another time because she had a thing about men hitting on women. And I remember I had my girlfriend, like when we finally got our house, it was huge. We had a nice big house, but if she walked in the back door, she could see all the way to the front door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the living room with my girlfriend, and we're just horse playing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we're teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Might trying to get a little frisky, but we was just playing around, goofing off. And she charged that back door like a bull. She came through that living room, snatched me up again this way though, pulled me off the girl like I was really whooping on her, and went to work on me again. Boy, I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. I got to a point, bro, I wanted to move out. I was like, I'm going to live with my uncle. But that didn't work. Uncle was horrible dude. But long story short, man, my mom was awesome. But I got a lot of good stories. Oh, I'll tell you even another one. When I became 16, she had this new car, right? She always kept the latest car, too. Oh, she had a Thunderbird. You know what I'm saying? 2-door. With it was navy blue with the blue leathers. Long story short, she said, "Tom, we're gonna drive on down to Chicago and see some family." I said, "Bet." So I'm at this point, I'm smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? And we get to damn Gary, Indiana, and we stop at a break because she smoked cigarettes, but in a new car you can't smoke. So she stopped at the whatchamacallit and smoke a cigarette. But she let me smoke Black and Mild. So at this point, I think I'm like 18 maybe. And I packed it with weed. So we sitting there, she's smoking her cigarette, smoking the pack Black and Mild, stoned out my gourd. She says, here's the keys. Finish the trip. Oh, and now I'm out, like where I'm from, it's a hick town. It's kind of like driving out here in Decatur to 8 lanes with a crazy buzz. Man, my anxiety was through the roof. You know what I'm saying? To this day, either I thought she knew what it was and she tested me, or she didn't know. Well, so, and like I said, I had a shortage of men in my life. No, I mean, male role models, right? You know, that's a topic, you know what I'm saying? All I had, my family, until I didn't meet my uncle until I was like 18. And my cousin you just met, I didn't meet them today until I was about between 16 and 18. So all I had was my mom, my grandmother's sister, which I call grandma, because you know, black families ain't never really lined up with their name. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with who I assumed was my mom, her sister, and her mother. But really, later on, I met my real grandma. So who I thought was my grandma was really my great aunt. And the aunt I thought she was is my first cousin. You get what I'm saying? So the dynamics of my family ain't true to the title. But still, they who they are in my life. So it was only a few of us. And so I didn't really know a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get no real strong, dominant personality from a man until I start evolving into being part of the streets, playing sports, whatever. Then I got a taste of men, you know, what a man is in life. I don't fucking even know what it damn mean, damn now. So get to my crazy stepdad. He was mad wild. Like I said, he was an alcoholic, like a bad alcoholic. His favorite drink was Seagram's gin, and he used to get drunk and pass out. I remember one day my mama come home one day and she said, "Hey Tom, you seen Al?" I said, "No, I ain't seen Al. His truck in the garage." two more days go by, we ain't seen Al. I finally figure out, go downstairs in our basement, because we had like, our house, like I said, we had 3 levels. The downstairs was the basement was full, it just wasn't finished. It was like concrete, rock, blah, blah, blah. And find Al, he down there drunk. He got Seagram gallon salad, Seagram gin. That's all he had. He was diabetic. He was damn near comatose. I had to clean him up, whatever. Then later on, well, during that period of him drinking, our pilot light blew out, and Al was real light skinned, like Lucy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, he was a light skinned nigga from Chicago, and he said going downstairs, the pilot light blew up. So he goes downstairs thinking he gonna fix it, but he like Bill Cosby. He don't fix nothing. Like Al don't do that. That's not his MO. You know what I'm saying? He the motherfucker go get damn Saturday breakfast in the morning. He ain't fixing shit. So anyway, he go downstairs. We hear an explosion. Motherfucker come back up. His afro is like 10 times bigger. It's smoking. Eyebrows is like streaked. He got these little burnt marks underneath his eye. He said, goddamn pilot light blew up in my face. That motherfucker looked like damn light-skinned buckwheat. And I did everything I could not to laugh at him. And I started laughing. My mom started laughing. And eventually he started laughing. But he was pissed. His shit was sizzling. Like, because, you know, back in the day, he wore a little fro. But that motherfucker was like 2 more inches. That motherfucker blew out. I remember when he knocked over the TV center. You know what I'm saying? We had the TV in one square, the radio, shit, VCR, and he knocked it all over. As he laid down on that bitch, he looked up at me and said, hey, can you fix this before your mom come home? Because, you know, mom was like the enforcer. She was like, you did not want to fuck with her. Because at the end of the day, I remember a time that she came home, right? And I was always scared when she had to go to a parent-teacher conference. I knew it was bad because I was a decent student, but I always liked the attention. You know what I mean? Like the comic in me, it was evolving. And she came home one day, boy, and I tried to put padding or something in my underwear. And she snatched my underwear and everything off me and tore my ass up. She said, oh, nigga, you think you smart? You think all these pants ain't gonna come off? She used to harass the shit out of me, boy. But anyway, she was an enforcer, so Al didn't want that, right? And I remember another time, right? My mom had hands, like, for real, like, hands. And Al had another light-skinned man that had a white wife. Her name was Pam. It don't matter what her name was. But anyway, he beat his wife, basically. Tony used to kick Pam ass, right? And he tried to tell my stepdad to kick my mom ass. And Al's like me, you know, he's not an aggressive person. You wouldn't even feel threatened even if he got mad. So he come home and tried that shit. My mom gave him a fat eye. And he went back and told Tony that he got hit in the head by a frying pan. But my mom put the mitts on him and hit him so hard. When he went down the steps, he went back to the basement.
Yeah, my stepfather tried that with my mom one day. I'll never forget it. It was on Sunday.
Yeah.
We was going to church. It was my mom, my sister, and myself. And we all dressed. And we getting ready to walk out. And he was laying in the bed. And they was arguing about something. I don't know what the fuck they was arguing about.
Right.
And nigga just jumped up out the bed and grabbed my mom and pushed her into the door. Man, I had bought her a coffee mug, because it was Mother's Day that was coming up. I had bought a coffee mug that says World's Greatest Mom. And that shit was right there on the dresser. I had just given it to her.
Prior to,
yeah. Man, she grabbed that shit and busted him straight in his face. That nigga just started leaking, bro. He let her go.
No, I bet he did.
She turned around
and went to church.
And got us. Was like, let's go. Yep. We went back to church.
You see, motherfuckers don't be playing. Hey, that's why when I see her, I see the beauty in it. But I already know black single moms and they couldn't play with men. You know, now that I see it as an adult, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And the lady I called my grandmother, bless her, you know, rest in peace, Grandma Bobby. But she was like that too. I remember she used to come out in the neighborhood, and you know, it was before calls and all that. She came out in the neighborhood and would just scream my name until someone heard it to tell me. So I would come home, panic. Mama, what's wrong? What's going on? She said, turn the TV. What? Yeah, I said, didn't I tell you to come in here and check in every so often? You ain't grown. You can't run the streets like you want to and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, man, I had the most aggressive, probably 3 women in my life. Like, when I finally met my Uncle Herb, I was so happy to meet my Uncle Herb, bro. He was like the coolest. He was a man.
So he named his son after him.
Yeah, that's Lil Herb, yeah. But and that's another thing. When I seen him, like, they big. Like, you see how big Herb is.
I ain't named no motherfucking son no Herb.
Well, that was the thing. That was the thing.
Nigga, back in them days, nigga, that's the last thing you want to be called, nigga. You Herb ass nigga. This nigga Herb.
You see, you just put a whole different meaning on it. You know what I'm saying? A whole different emphasis.
Nigga.
Well, anyway, I seen them niggas wrestling one day.
Yeah, back coming up.
I mean,
You a Herb, nigga.
so that was like an offensive thing? That was like a snitch or a rat?
Watch this. Wait till Lucy come back in.
No, he back there. He's the only one coming in front of the camera.
Yo, Lucy. Lucy. Whoop day. Whoop. Hey yo. Luz.
Huh?
What's a Herb?
A Herb?
Yeah.
Tommy.
You know what, Lucy? You're not even worth wasting jokes on.
That comes so natural.
Well, and can you elaborate what a Herb
Yeah, what's a Herb?
TMB.
Well, we see where we're going with it.
Niggas as soft as pushover.
Well, my cousin's name is Herb, and he's making fun of.
That means you live under somebody's shoulder in the armpit.
That's why I was telling him if my name was Herb, I would not name my son Herb Jr. Like, no.
Well, I mean, I
If
guess
my name was Herb, I'm squaring up with these niggas as soon as I'm old enough.
Right, nigga,
Whoever gave me this name owe me 5 minutes.
Herb, like, nigga, you named me Herb, nigga, like Herb. Cause in New York, nigga, a Herb is a lame, nigga. A Herb is a son ass nigga.
Well, I take that back. His real name is Hussein. I've always called him Herb. That's his daddy name. So his middle name might be Herb or whatever.
So you call a Herb too, though?
Yeah, whether he's Herb to me. That's what I know. Shit, I didn't even know to look at it offensively. I thought that was just a name.
Nah, in New York.
It's a
that's
different
an insult.
It's an insult.
Insult.
Okay, see, I had no fucking idea.
You a Herb ass nigga.
Damn. I'm gonna have to call him Hussein now.
That nigga's a Herb. Like, damn, why you name your son Herb, bro? Like, that's fucked up.
Damn, no, I never knew that. Well, he's from Jersey, so I mean, he might have some idea.
He got an idea. If he's from Jersey, he knows, because Jersey, watch, Slim know what a Herb is.
Yeah. Okay, and and the topics that you think are good to work on, let me know so I can star them and I can start creating this set.
Okay.
Did you hear any topics that you like?
Yeah.
So which one?
I like
Leaving the island, single black mom.
Yeah, that could work. The Leaving the island, single black mom, the dad, the drunk stepdad.
Okay, single black.
This guy switching up on him. What you going on? Where you going? He clean.
This ain't clean.
That ain't clean, Al. See, I'm a street dude. That's clean to me. Clean to you is getting all shoes and slacks and all that shit.
Man.
Nah, clean to a hood dude is having
Shit, tell me clean.
fresh pair of kicks, fresh jeans. Nah, Tommy's shirt burnt out.
Yeah, it's whack. My shirt's
The
horrible
purples
today.
don't match.
No.
Like,
this is
if
this
he had
is
a
getting
better shirt on, it probably would.
nah. I wasn't studying
Yeah.
today. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the shirt threw it
I
off.
still gotta go home and get dressed for you know if I decide I want. You outside tonight?
Oh, that's tonight. Oh, it's Wednesday. Shit.
Yeah, already. I mean, if you got
This
something to
guy
do.
pulling in like Speed Racer.
Oh, yeah, I know you ain't talking. All right.
I got shit. I ain't got shit. I'm gonna tell this bitch pull up.
I mean, if you got something to do, just I mean, we ain't got to. I mean, I still gotta get my whole
I'm gonna
shit
tell
together.
this bitch pull up.
All right. Okay. Only meet my father twice in my life. Well, we already talked about that.
No.
But no, we didn't really. I only met him twice. I met him when I was like 8 years old. He cooked me some dumplings and chicken, bought me a bike. I met him again when I graduated from college. I went over there for carnival for about 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I spent about 2 weeks with him.
You was playing ball with him and his balls fell out the shorts.
Oh, no, that's my stepdad.
I thought I told you stepdad is the best. The stepdad is forget the dad part.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know much about your dad.
Yeah, I don't really know
Cut
much.
that out. The
Okay.
stepdad is hilarious.
Oh,
You
yeah.
playing ball with him and his balls fall out the shorts.
Hey, L, you remember McGregor shorts?
Mhm.
Yeah, he came out with the McGregor shorts, and he went to show us how to do a left hand layup, and motherfucking nuts fell out. And goddamn, my homies was like, goddamn, fuck, Tommy, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers was just stunned, like. So, okay, all
He
right.
was like, get your pops. Yo. What up, my
Okay, all right.
G's?
Only fucking you, Charlie.
Yeah, bet. Uh-huh. Alright, bet.
All right. All right, I got my first set of real best friends. There was a family. They was called the Jacksons. Let's see, you already laughing. Let me put a star by that motherfucker.
It's just the way he announces things. I have my first set of real best friends.
I mean, that's what they were. They listen. Come on, man. We gotta get through this, man. I got shit I gotta do.
He said, he got another category. He says, the lack of men in my life.
I started that one, okay?
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, yo, boy,
What's poppin'?
that shit is hilarious. Yeah. Yo,
Yo.
that man said the lack of men in my life.
All right.
Yo, boss man, how's it going?
What's up,
Bro, that's funny because people like, what do you mean by the lack of men in your life?
Yeah, that's what you call
Yo.
some bullshit.
It's cool.
All right.
Yo, bro.
All right, we moving on. Okay. The Jacksons were three
First
children.
set of real best friends.
Yeah. It was D'Amica, Tina, and Jay. Jay was my best friend. He was the boy. But you know, I liked Tina, and eventually D'Amica gave me some booty.
Okay, so D'Amica liked you, you liked Tina.
Yeah, but you know, Tina was the first girl that. You know, remember when the girls used to wear underwear with the day of the week on their underwear?
Oh yeah, the Monday. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that
and she
shit.
told me one day, she said, if you can guess the day of the week, I got on, you can get you a little bit.
Like, bitch, today Wednesday, so.
That was a giveaway. She wanted you.
She wanted him to figure that shit
You know what
out.
I'm
You
saying?
been a dumbass nigga. See, use that too, yeah. Use that too.
That's
Use
a
that
giveaway.
shit.
Alright, like that, okay.
You never forget it. Like, bitch, today Wednesday. Of course.
Okay, alright. Well, this is, okay.
Yo,
Well,
I'm do your hair. I got a the fatty.
Yeah.
Okay.
man, you ain't got your hair braided that quick?
It's
That
on
man
the
been
top.
over there for a minute.
Oh.
Been over there for a minute.
Okay, alright, so my next thing, I know we don't get through all 50, but I'm gonna try, can we get through at least 10 and I'll stop.
I got a table in the corner for you guys on Friday after work.
Okay.
It's last Friday. The first bottle is on me.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so y'all can come in your group. I'm gonna set up something in the corner. I got a bottle
You heard?
It's my last Friday. Every last Friday of the month, the food truck in the back. This is at night, after lunch. You start at like 7:30.
Okay.
You can dress up and it's real nice inside, real clean.
Okay. All right. Word. That'd be dope, man. So my second set of real friends is by my grandma Bobby house, like I was telling you. And we started a rap group, and we used to make like old school, like early VH tape. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. And my best friend of the group his name was Spanky. And Spanky was fat, dark skinned, and I remember he got took in this old abandoned garage by like this. The old niggas had him up in his air because he was a big boy.
Why they took
They took him in the garage because they told him the devil was in there.
What?
They told him the devil was in this garage, and he was scared. I think he pissed.
Why they do that to Spanky?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, the kids around. I mean, the older, like we might have been like between 8 and 12. They might have been like 12 to 15, and they would just terrorize us and do horrible things to us, man. Okay, well, we're moving on. What's going on? Look.
Marcellus
All right.
the Great.
Tell me something good, Hollywood.
Marcellus the Great.
Eagle.
All right, number 6
Tell me something good, Hollywood.
is my first encounter with with racism. Her name
How
was.
you feel, Steph? You good? You want to turn the AC on? We gonna do the door. How you feel?
I mean, it's been chill all day. I'll be honest. If you hot,
No, I ain't hot. I'm just trying to see.
Oh, no, it's been chill like this all day without the AC.
You know, AC.
Nah, not right now.
I don't mind that one. I like the phone. Noise, cuz. I want to hear the traffic, you know what I'm talking about? I want the radio loud.
So you like to hear that horn, cuz.
You feel me? I can't sleep without it.
Well, go ahead, Tommy. If you got me intrigued now, go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh, okay. What?
I'm sorry,
Luck, you
somebody
done?
did
Yeah, you did. You dirty motherfucker.
You know I'm dirty, God.
All right. So number 6 is the first time I experienced racism. It was my like second or third grade teacher. Her name is Mrs. Brown, and she slammed my hands in the desk. I might have, old school desks you have to flip them up and get your stuff out of them.
Oh, well, that was abuse.
So I guess.
Tell me you got to come with something funny, but then they're going to be like, wow, that's abuse. Like they wasn't.
So I'm just saying, this is a topic.
Okay, but what's something funny she could have done to you besides slam your hand?
I don't know.
So
I
why
mean,
is
maybe
that-
your reaction.
no, but why
what
was
could
that-
be funny is the
All right,
reaction
but-
after she does it.
But why was that racist?
Because she was white. Okay, we're moving
Then
on.
you got to say that. You got to say, she slammed my hand to death. You know how that was racist? I was like, why? Because she was white.
That was funny.
See what I'm saying? You was about to cut it off the list. I'm going to start that one, buddy.
No.
I'm just trying to get some hot topics that y'all, you know what I mean?
I'm the audience. That's all
right.
feedback. I'm the audience. We're the audience.
All right, the first time I rode a bike, right? The bike I was telling you about, my grandpa bought. And he puts me on the bike and lets me go down the driveway. But when he lets me go down the driveway, I crash into the thorn bush. And I pretty much got all full body in the thorns.
You can leave that one off.
Did we leave that one off?
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
look.
God,
Still, I was at the little,
all
I was
those
at the little
are abuse,
comedy
cuz.
thing Wednesday.
Yeah.
I went by there, right? Thought he was performing. Homeboy, I called him. I said, Tommy, hell, I believe I can go ahead there and win this $100, boy. If I had me a little bump, if I had one of y'all with me to hype me up a little bit, I would have went right up there on stage and told somebody else jokes and won the money. I would have joined the chick in there, the little joke that looked like a dude. I would have got on somebody and won that money on one.
You know who he talking about? The big girl.
Yeah, he said he thought she was a man.
She looks like a man.
Yeah, she do, but hopefully she's a woman. I'm
Tommy
not
wanted
sure.
to hit that.
Tell me, please tell me.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. You know,
Hey, tell me,
Steph
real
already
talk.
hit it. What
Hey.
you mean?
Hey, tell me.
Smell his fingers.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, trust, bro.
Said Freddie got fingers.
Trust me, Sissy. Why you tell me, yo?
Hey, you
why
talking
tell me
to
took
a
a
man. Listen, you talking to a man that got picked up like a baby from a 7-foot woman
Right.
and smiled about it. That
Yeah.
nigga looked over his shoulder. I looked at him, he was like,
Yeah, I sure was.
hey, no, he didn't. He didn't want to get put down. That motherfucker,
Big bitches need it too.
she picked him up like a 3-year-old.
And I wrapped my legs around her.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yep.
Dirty motherfucker.
Got comfy on that big bitch.
All right, I guess we need to driveway out. All right, the time I got chased by the KKK late night.
Cat.
Yeah.
You don't believe that? That was for sure. But
Yeah,
I wanted to
leave
tell you that
one
story.
alone.
Well,
Cat.
that could be one you said, one night I had a dream I was chased by the king.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it really happened, bro.
Cat.
I mean, I don't know. You might got a little taste of it being from mid
I
Georgia.
mean, I've never been chased by KKK.
Well, I'm telling you, I
And this
have.
nigga from Ohio getting chased by KKK. Get the fuck out of here. This man born and raised in the South, never got chased by KKK.
Your boy got chased by a white dog and he all listen to KKK.
German Shepherd.
I got chased by a
Said
Sponge
it was
McKenzie.
racist.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see you niggas don't like that. All right. But that's a true statement, and I'm definitely
That's cat.
I got put in a serious situation there. But moving on.
Yes.
All right, I got bullied by the only money green Crip in our city.
There was only one.
He
was only one.
He was one man. What you say? What you said? Band of many? What you say? You
Only
were
one.
Army of one. That's who he was.
You done got bullied by one man,
Yeah,
one gang member,
yeah. And I
not a
remember,
whole gang.
He must have been trying to mental money for his initiation.
Nigga got bullied by one gang member.
You gotta be somebody else when you tell him.
oh, that's
Yo.
great. I'll give that one a star.
Yo.
Okay.
My gosh.
All right. Number 9. Oh, that was number 9. Oh, the first time. Hold on, we got any kids in? All right. First time I got my dick sucked by a white girl, and she asked me, "Does she swallow or spit?"
She asked you.
She asked me, "Do she want?" Do, I don't even know how to word this. I don't want to say this the wrong way.
She asked you
She asked you if you swallow or you spit.
Not do I want her?
There you go. Come on,
God
there you
damn, it took me a minute
Nah,
to get
you
that
good.
thought
Come on.
together. God damn. I know it was sharks in the tank. I couldn't say that wrong.
Yo.
go. But don't get there and fuck it up.
You know that fuck that one.
Oh, I'm a fuck. Yeah, I'm not starting that because I couldn't even get that one out. Okay. All right, number 11. All right, can you, any of you men remember the first nut you ever busted?
No, no one can. That's a cat.
He thinking about it. That's something we can all relate to, though.
How?
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, but
Not everybody gonna remember that shit.
exactly. I'm
But you can
sorry.
relate. It's gonna get you thinking. And if I say something to trigger that, I mean, because I'm just gonna tell you about my experience because I remember. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that.
Now, can't change about my first experience. You can on with the devil.
See? No.
Nigga, my first time I got pussy, I was like a kid. I was not even 10 yet. So for me to remember that shit, I knew I was young as fuck.
I was
You
too.
tell me, what I'm saying is, when you ask that question,
I thought
no
it was
one's in the audience going,
You
the
understand?
audience
I
Like,
get to the climax. I
what I'm
don't know
saying?
what
Right.
else is going
Of course
on.
not.
I
Me
feel-
neither.
Well,
Like, I
like,
knew
well,
I was a
I was
kid.
sad for weeks until my
Oh, that's what I plan on doing.
and I told them I have every year they laugh.
He was sad for weeks.
Yeah, I thought I was sick. I was like younger than 10. And every time I get to the sweet spot, I feel this feeling and it go away. So I thought something was wrong with me.
Same. I was gonna say the same thing. I thought she was instantly pregnant. At first, I thought I was about. When you said felt sick, I didn't know what end it was coming out of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never felt that. I had no brothers. I had no uncles. No one ever taught
No
me.
one was around. It was just me.
Yeah, and I just fell into it. I'm like, oh shit! And then I stood back. I'm looking at it. It's dripping. And she looking at it. It's dripping. I'm like, ah, what is that?
ready for you.
And it was no one I could tell. It was no one I could tell. I never knew.
It was only grandma, great grandma.
You see what I'm saying? How can you get around that? Like I told you, I had all women in my life. I wasn't gonna
That
tell.
shit was funny.
Oh, and I remember one time I had like these red sweatpants on, right? And I thought I had hemorrhoids, and I had to tell my mama. She said, "Boy, what's wrong with you?" I said, "Mama, something going on. I got blood in my underwear."
You had blood in your underwear?
But it was the cotton balls from my red sweatpants.
Yo!
Oh, this is great.
They thought your ass was bleeding, bro.
I was out of control, cuz.
Damn,
All right.
my brother.
Okay, number 12 is the time my mom caught me smoking weed in my room after church.
At the church.
Yeah, that was a vicious moment.
That's a classic.
I'm gonna start that one because I remember that vividly.
Yep, with the gum bottles. Yep.
I want them to write that
White
one down.
ones. They just don't last.
All right.
Those are one rockin' throwaways, so they so soft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I know y'all get on me now about drinking, but when I was between junior year and senior year, I was a real bad teenage alcoholic. And I remember one day I got drunk at the high school game, and we had snowbanks pushed up through the parking lot against the building. So we walk out, everybody hyping me up. They know something about to happen. They say, Tommy, I bet you won't jump in that snow pile head first. I said, if everybody give me $5, I'll do it. There was like 20 people out there. So they like, do it. It's blizzarding out there because we had to walk by our back door of our school across the street to Burger King. That's what the hangout was. But you had to get from there in the cold. So I jump in that thing head first, get so deep in it, I get lodged so I can't get out right away. So when I got out, there wasn't nobody there.
They didn't give you your money.
No.
You dumbass.
No, I ain't get nothing out of it.
You did
So-
some shit before you got the money.
So several years later after we became adults, I got on my homeboy. My best friend didn't even pay me at the time. And I said, hey man, that was awful messed up. You still didn't give me my $5, man.
Y'all today.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nigga say, you see that pile over there? Go jump in there.
Right,
give me
pile of
$5.
shit. Huh?
So at the time you jumped in the second time, it came out. Everybody's going again.
All right. We're going to leave it at that today. I appreciate your assistance today, brother.
Yeah,